Good morning, everybody. The food pyramid is an antiquated teaching tool that went out the window in the early 2000s. Today, let's talk about the reality of what the new food pyramid means for us and how to really determine what's on your plate. My name is Amy, and I am a food educator, author, and speaker. And if you are, and today I'm going to walk you through all that fun stuff. I'm trying a new setup today, so hopefully you guys can tell me what you think of this. All right. My promise is that I will show you how to read some ingredients and understand why I am against the new food pyramid and what you really need to be cautious about if you're going to use it. So if you are open, please please like, comment, share this video out and help me reach more people to help educate them on what's in our food. So today, the 3 points we're going to cover are the history of the food pyramid, the potential body connection you're going to feel if you eat the foods that are listed, and then what to do instead. So let's start with the first teaching point. There are technically 4 variations of the food pyramid, and the original food guide came out in 1992. I remember that. I am older than Google, so I do remember when this came out. And it was really designed around, how do we limit fats and sweets? Because sugars was already on our brains. We're like, how do we reduce sugars? So that's really, I think, where the original food pyramid came from. Now, the pyramid came out in 2005. It tried to simplify the layers, but the reality is that the way the pyramid is set up, even when they introduced it, I remember teachers going, I don't know how to talk to you about this. Like, it doesn't make sense to me how they're saying this. Like, so most people didn't grasp the concepts. So moving into the my pyramid phase didn't really alter that. Now in 2011, right, My Plate came out. And My Plate is something that I've seen used globally. And what it does is it really looks at what your plate should look like if you're having a balanced meal. And what I tell my clients is I prefer the My Plate because I don't want you to think about every meal has to look like that, but pick one meal where we can focus on doing a My Plate system. So what do we need of what food group and at one meal? And that's going to be the one meal where think of it like your own self-care. You're taking care of you with that one plate. What one meal do you have time for in your day to do that? And yet people have told me none. So we can work with that too. You just gotta talk to me. Now the new pyramid, which came out this year, is an inverted pyramid. But I'm going to tell you my favorite description of this actually comes from Alton Brown. And I'm going to give you his information here. Let me copy this on over into chat so you can see it. This is his, and he calls this new one Food Jenga. So go to Alton Brown. Now, what's fascinating is do follow him, because if you want to see what happens to a body and the medical testing they do afterwards, he is actually put himself on the line for this one. So a day or two before the new food pyramid came out, I shouldn't say after the new food pyramid came out, he had to go in for some blood work to, your basic lipids test, things like that. Now, everything we talk about that is bad with using the type of food that the new pyramid recommends, he's literally going to eat based on that food pyramid diet for 30 days. And then have another appointment scheduled so that he compare the 30-day difference of those tests to see what did the food eating that food do to his body. So follow him. So you don't have to just take my word for it. Follow him to see what that's all about. So find Alton Brown on your social media channels. Yeah, that's the first thing. Now, here's why I have an issues. If you've been following me for a while, my big thing is you can't just say eat this and you'll be healthy, right? That was my issue. That's why I've talked so much about cheese and why I've talked so much about yogurt. You can't just eat Greek yogurt and expect it to give you the health benefits when a majority of Greek yogurt or regular yogurt is ultra processed. Now, because I've been talking so much about it, I actually went to a couple different grocery stores this week. And I can tell you the grocery stores I went to, I only found one safe Greek yogurt and one, well, and not safe for me, but safe for the general public, and one safe regular yogurt. Think about how expansive those areas are, and like they take up an entire freezer usually on their own, and there's only one I found of each that actually is natural and should do what it says and why you should. So if you're eating it for health benefits, not because it's a fun snack, right? You should be eating specific ones. But this one talks more about um, butter keeps coming up and like just eat more butter. It's whole, it's good. It's not. So here is what I'm going to do. Let's talk about, I'm going to put this right in chat so that you can read it in my comments here. This is the deal with the biggest problem that we're seeing with the food pyramid is that they're recommending mostly ultra processed foods without being overtly ultra processed, right? So yes, I am well aware the new pyramid says remove ultra processed foods. The problem is if you are not clarifying exactly what butter people should be eating, you're going to be eating an ultra processed butter. So I'm going to put the ingredients here for a few other ones. Here we go. So let's look at a regular salted and unsalted ingredients in butter. So your regular salted ingredients have pasteurized cream, sweet cream, and salt. Your unsalted butters typically should just have pasteurized cream cheese, skim milk, cultures, and what you will see in both of these is natural flavors more often than not. Again, I'll be doing a whole post on this because natural flavors in my world are not natural, and they'll be coming out in a couple of weeks. But here's the problem. Most butters are not USDA certified organic, and this is one area where you have to look for USDA certified organic if you want a butter that isn't ultra processed. USDA organic standards state you can't use certain ingredients that are considered lab made. FPC, which we find a lot in cheese, it's a replacement for rennet, is one of those ingredients blocked by the USDA organic cert when you get USDA organic certified. So you can't also trust that the ingredients in these are good. So let's take the salt ingredient. Even in my butter, I still go unsalted because I still get sick. So there's something in how they make the salt. But your average table salt, that even if you go to the supermarket just to go buy your thing of salt, salt is going to have 5 to 10% cornstarch added. So you can't trust. So in my case, I can't trust it. But it's a great way to show you that what you think is there, there's more underneath. So there are ingredients that are in our ingredients that are making things ultra processed, and regular, almost all the butters and almost all the salts that you buy on the market, you're going to have that issue. Now, here is Amy's Safe butter. Again, I'm not going to give brands. I don't, because brands can change at any time. I don't talk about specific products within a brand. The goal here is not to tell you what brands or what products to buy. My goal here is just to show you what to look for. So if the above things were things to avoid, right? What I look for is certified USDA organic in unsalted butter, and my only ingredients is pasteurized organic cream. That's all. Why is that so important? Okay, ingredients in our ingredients. If we go back and look at regular stuff, right? What you're getting with this pasteurized sweet cream is you're going to be getting it from animals that are hyped up on antibiotics. They're going to be fed corn that is below par. They're not going to be fed a diet. These are going to be corporate farm raised animals. And if you read the book, you know why that can be an issue to our day-to-day diet, and what that animal eats does impact how you feel at the end of the day. So that's why I'm doing a variety of webinars moving forward. Starting March, I'm going to talk about how to read food labels and things like that. But it all comes back down to there are ingredients in our ingredients. So if you truly are looking to stay healthy and you want to use the food pyramid, but not eat the ultra processed that is recommended between the lines, unfortunately, because you have to read between that Jenga style. There's things hiding in those crevices that you should be avoiding. Then you really should be looking for ingredients like this. And if you do want more information, reach out. If you go into my link tree, click on the Meet Amy link, you can schedule time to meet with me, and we can, in a 30-minute session, we can talk about if working with me is going to be right or if just a quick 30-minute session works for you. So good things to think about. Um, so what about those potential body connections? So what are we looking for? What's going to happen if you're eating these diets and it's not working for you? I'm only going to list three because really it's your body and could have any number of issues because of the food you're eating. So the first thing to think about is inflammation. Do you find your body is bloating more? Are you more swollen? Um, are That's one side. The second thing to look for is, are you more tired? Are you dealing with more brain fog or brain fog than you've never had that before? If you are a chronic pain person, you might see an increase in your pain levels directly after eating something that your body doesn't like. I was talking to a group who I'll be doing a presentation for in May, and I talked about how in my own life, I was typically at a 6, 7 pain level until I realized food was my issue, and then I dropped my daily pain levels down to 3 or 4. So that's a big difference in the world of pain influenced by food. So those are things to think about when you're going through this. And if you want more information, on the 19th of February, I will be doing a webinar about chronic pain, perimenopause, and menopause. So that's another great opportunity if you want to learn without having to sign up and talk to me yet. It's an easy in. The big things to do here, though, the number 3, what to do instead. Always listen to your body. And I know it's hard. Not everybody can make that connection between I just ate this and now I feel this. So if you need help, reach out. Let's work together and I can show you what that looks like and how to track it so you can learn those signs without having. So moving forward, you'll understand when your body doesn't like something you ate. But the big thing you can do today, if you go to the grocery store, read those ingredient labels carefully. Understand those ingredients that are going into your butter, your cheeses, your yogurts, even your sliced can of carrots. I just got out of a networking call and she was telling me her food story about her carrots. She didn't read the label. They turned out to be bioengineered. And she realized everything that she eats that's bioengineered makes her ill. So she's having reactions to bioengineered carrots that were sold in a can, right? So even if you buy something in a can or in the freezer, you can't guarantee it's the actual product. It could be bioengineered, just means it's a synthetic carrot, bioengineered. And as cool as it looks on Star Trek, reality is we're not quite there to where we're actually recreating the actual nutrients. We're just recreating the basics, and that's not really doing our bodies any good. So again, if you enjoyed any information, like, comment, share, I would appreciate it. It helps a small business out when you do comment and like and share my message. And thank you for letting me show you how to shop for groceries with confidence. We'll see you next time.